I can take this one. So, yeah, how the Merkle fields work. So it's very simple. So, essentially, we have our Oracle chain, which generates a Merkle tree, and so a Merkle tree is generated off chain on our Oracle, and so in this Merkle tree, you have the root, and so on each leaves you have the options data. And so, of course, we're doing this with DOP, and so DOP needs the options data. And so the Merkle tree is filled with data from options, so strike price, and everything you need for options. But it can be really leveraged for anything else. But for like large amounts of data, it's really optimized. So essentially, yeah, a Merkle tree is generated off chain, and then we publish on chain the root, the root of the Merkle tree. And so whenever a DApp needs, and so whenever DOPS needs a piece of data from the Merkle tree, the DApp directly queries our API, which returns all the data from one of the leaves. So, for instance, like you get from the API the Merkle proof, the instrument name, the base currency, the current timestamp, the mark price of the options, and so you get this from our API, and the app uses essentially what it gets from the API on chain, and the app can directly verify that the data from the API is really in the tree, because the Merkle root has been published on chain before. And so what happens on chain is essentially we have a smart contract that verifies that the data queried from the API really comes from the Merkle tree, where we publish the root on chain. And so it's very useful for large amounts of data because we only publish on chain a root, so a Merkle root. And whenever someone needs a piece of data from this Merkle root, they can directly query our API and verify that the data really corresponds to what was published on chain, thanks to this Merkle root. So it's very useful when you want to publish lot and commit to a large amount of data without publishing all the payload. And so it's very gas efficient, and it's really like a pool model. So the data is published on chain only if someone needs it, and only if there's an action that requires this data. So yeah, it's a brief overview of like how it works and how it leverages Merkle trees.